Hello, beautiful Gemini, and welcome to your past life. This is past life messages and channeling, so tuning into to past lives, right? Other timelines that you have lived on, or other places you've been in, etc. And ancestor messages too, and whatever else like comes through for you guys as far as guidance or anything else. Okay. If you're new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm Erica. I am a psychic medium and a priestess. Those of you guys returning, welcome back, my loves. Okay, let's get right into it. Okay, so I'm going to start off with, this is called the Divine Masters Oracle by Kyle Gray. I love Kyle Gray's Oracle deck that he does. Oh my gosh, you guys, literally, I can't. Saint Germain in the Violet Flame. I just recorded and uploaded Capricorn. There could be connection there. Planetary placements, etc., etc. This was the first card out for Capricorn too. You could have a soul connection with a Capricorn. You know, doesn't have to be romantic. It could be like a really good friend. Your best friend's a Capricorn, or a soul connection, maybe a soulmate, you know. But it speaks of alchemy. Release the old, make way for the new. So that's just a message for you guys in general. But this is a past life reading, right? So this is confirmation for me, first of all, that you could have connection with Saint Germain. You've worked together a lot, okay, in the quantum field throughout other incarnations and through your soul work and who you've been and things like that. But this is literally like also just Saint Germain saying like, it's a message of like clearing the way ahead, basically. Like it feels like you guys have been kind of stuck in this like spinning. It's like you feel like I'm seeing like a truck like stuck in the mud, you know, like, and they're trying to like get out of like the mud, and you know, and so they're hitting the gas, and the wheel is just spinning in the mud, flinging mud everywhere, not doing anything. Like that's like what I feel like your life has been, and you've been clearing and alchemizing and transmuting and releasing the old. So this has to do with past life healing and trauma and things like that. So confirmation, yay, that you guys have been doing past life regression work. You've been healing generational patterns, curses, karma, like, you know, a lot of stuff that has plagued your ancestry, your bloodline, etc. for however long. You know what I mean? Make way for the new. Okay, and I also just feel like, you know, I'm talking to like some of you guys that are like, you know, you are priestesses, high priests, like you're very connected and in tune with the quantum field, okay? The metaphysical realm, or whatever you want to call it, okay? And in a lot of past lives, like you've worked with the violet flame, you've worked with the blue, you've worked with the different rays and frequencies of light, okay? I'm specifically receiving, I don't know what, well, I do know what this is, but it feels different than what I know it to be, but I'm hearing the rainbow ray technology. So working with the rainbow rays, the different colors within the rainbow ray, and using the rainbow ray as like a unified field of light and healing and quantum energy to do other kind of work and things like that. So you could be very connected to the rainbow, okay? You could just be like, oh my gosh, like every time you see a rainbow, or you feel like something just come wash over you when you like hear about rainbows, or you see a picture of a rainbow. Something very connected there with that, okay? So I don't know, but it's also just like who you've been in past lives, and everything that comes through in a past life message. This is a collective reading. I'm tuning in for many people, right? This could be very precise, and this could also be very like, you know, take it with a grain of salt. It's different than like a one-on-one, like Akashic reading, where everything is for you specifically. But in your incarnation here, for a lot of you guys, you will be tapping into light technology. You will be working on deeper, higher levels with quantum technology. Like, you know, Yeshua, most people know as Jesus Christ, right? In the Bible, it speaks of working miracles and this and that. And of course, it's all very, you know, warped and manipulated. Jesus was not, you know, he did not get these random like miracles and like God going like, oh, here you go, like go perform a miracle. You know, like that is not what happened. Jesus, Yeshua, is a starseed. He is a divine cosmic being like many of us, right? Okay, right? And he was he worked with high level quantum technologies. That's the work he did in Mary Magdalene and Mother Mary, like, you know, and that's what many of us who are sisters and brothers of the rose, or we worked with like the Melchizedek's orders, or, you know, we worked with like archangels or rays of light, or we worked in sacred temples and mystery schools, and, you know, we would meditate for days and days and days and fast, and we would get into high levels of consciousness, and we would astral travel and go to all kinds of different places, and, you know, leave our physical body and return to it once again. And there's like so much stuff, okay? A lot is coming up for you guys. Like everything I say is for a reason. So everything I just said, that's past life. Things you've done, things you've mastered, wisdom and knowledges that reside within your soul blueprint and your, you know, your divine cellular structure. Like it's who you are. So Gemini, that's what I get. Okay, so you are a master alchemist. You are here to show the way, like through your releasing of the old, through your making way for the new, through you transmuting, through you like rising up, like you're going to show the way for other people, even if it's just friends and family and people in your community, co-workers. You know, you have a light that like penetrates, and it penetrates very powerfully, very deeply. Okay. Get your head out of the gutter, you guys. I just like, it's just funny. So anyways, but that is your light. That is who you are. That is your essence, your frequency. Look who's showing up, Mother Mary. Deep connection. I'm talking to sisters and brothers of the Sacred Rose lineage, which is a very, very ancient lineage and divine order. Mother Mary represents the blue rose frequencies and technologies and wisdoms and all the things. Like, so anyways, you might resonate more with like the blue rose or the red rose or the white rose. But it's all connected, of course, right? Like the rose lineage and the Isis lineage and, you know, all the things, they're all connected. They're all very, very connected. But anyways, Mother Mary is showing up with a message of miraculous encounter, divine experiences. Do not be afraid of being powerful. Now, this is a huge message that I think is coming up for a lot of people right now. Like literally just a little bit ago, I was on Instagram and there was a reel from a reader that popped up, and that was the message. Spirit put it right in front of me too. Like, do not be afraid to be powerful. Like this is a time to step into who you are and who you've been. You guys, some of you guys, you walked the path, you walked the way, you were in mystery schools, maybe with Mother Mary, maybe with Mary Magdalene, or you just are connected to these teachings, these sacred codexes and teachings and you know, knowledges and things like that, right? I'm getting like high level, like oracular gifts. So being a high level seer, like you can see like, you know, just like being prophetic and prophecy. It's like, you can see things not happening like a month or two from now or 6 months from now. You can see things like hundreds of years from now. It's like being prophetic, just like the time where the golden age, the new golden age of miracles that we are living in right now of new earth. This timeline, the time on earth that we are walking and living right this very moment, it was prophesied thousands of years ago and has been, especially by Yeshua and Mary Magdalene, Mother Mary, like they all, and that's what I mean. I'm hearing a divine seer. So you've had like lifetimes, incarnations where like you have very powerful, like you're a divine seer, meaning You're a channel of God. You're a channel for source. What you receive comes not from like the ego or your brain or your, you know, it comes directly from source. You have miraculous energy around you right now. Miraculous encounters. Okay, this feels like maybe miraculous encounters or moments of destined alignment, like between, you know, soul connections, soul family, soulmates, romantic and friends, etc. This is like your support system, like more of like your soul family. People that you have known in other lifetimes. People that like come in and they lift you up and you guys support each other and it's, you know, loving and, you know, all those kinds of things. It's not jealousy and this and that and gossip kind of friendships or backstabbers. And you know what I mean? Like you've ascended beyond that. You've ascended beyond that for who this is for. Okay. Bottom of the deck is Lady Venus and she brings the message of the light activation. So you also bring like light, like through your light, like I was talking about, you activate, you're an activator. Like we just like activate people very naturally is like we vibrate higher and things like that. People around us are naturally going to be, they're going to feel it. It's going to affect them. But you're like, but there are some souls walking the earth and that's like, they're very like powerful souls. And that's a part of why they're here is to be like these supercharged, like activator battery packs for other souls. So you're not just like activation. It's like crazy. Okay. A call to action, a power surge, and your earth mission. Okay. Stepping into, I'm hearing this year is the year, like 2025. Big alignment for like your life's, your soul's true purpose, you know, a lot of alignment happening. But this is a call to action. A call to action to make way for the new and to not be afraid of being powerful and to use your spiritual gifts and your passions and everything. Okay. So let's go ahead and get a couple past life messages here. So anyways, you guys, if this is connecting, like let me know in the comments how this resonates. I feel like some of you guys, like you could be like mentoring with Mother Mary or working with her, or you're like awakening or like learning more and more of like your rose codes, your sacred rose codes, because I'm telling you, this is very heavy. They're activating right now, more and more and more and more. I'm hearing sacred sisters, sacred temples. Yeah, for sure. Some of you guys, you have gift of song. It's your voice. You heal through your voice, through singing, through speaking, even like your vocal cords, just when you talk, you carry like very healing vibrational tones in your voice. It's a part of your gifts. People may say to you, or you've heard people say to you before, like, oh, you have a really soothing voice, or you have a really calming voice. Like, I love your voice, like things like that. Knighthood, knight in shining armor. It's about being a warrior of God, right? People say chosen one. There's also unicorn, a unicorn on the shield. Okay, unicorns could be relevant. Avalon. This card always gives me like, I mean, it could be like any kind of knighthood or King's Guard, knights in the King's Guard, knights of the King and armies and things like that. But I'm getting very strong like British energy, the British armies, Great Britain, that's what I'm hearing. But I'm also receiving like, I'm seeing like, it's giving me like Braveheart vibes, like Scotland, the Celtic warriors. That's what I'm seeing. Ties to like Wales, Scotland, Ireland, England. Now I'm getting like Avalon. The Avalon energy came up, I believe, in Capricorn's reading too. Some of you guys, like in past lives, like you were like in the Knights of Templar, or you were tasked, or you knew of like the sacred missions of protecting sacred divine covenants, like really high level like alchemy and stuff that maybe was like jotted down on papyrus, on paper. Okay, the Knights of Templar would take these kinds of very sacred, powerful things so the wrong hands would never get them. There's sacred artifacts that people, you know, like they've been looking for a long time, and you know, they're still on Earth. They're still, no one's uncovered them because they weren't meant to until a certain period of time. We are now in that period of time. So you could be someone, yeah, some of you guys, you traveled by ship protecting sacred artifacts in the Knights of the Templar, or maybe you have a soulmate who's a Knights of Templar energy and you're like a Rose Priestess or another sacred like lineage, or you know, you practice. I don't know, I'm getting like all that. So I'm just sharing everything that comes through. Something about ships, like in past lives, like ship was that was the only way of travel for like so many years, right? Even in the 19th century, like, you know, and we like airplane and like crossing the oceans and like, you know, like that was not that long ago. You know what I mean? So we use the ships to travel. So I'm getting like being a merchant. I'm getting pirate for sure. I'm also getting something about like exploration. So you could be like someone who's very like in a past life, like you were an explorer. Like it's like exploration, adventure, finding new places, new lands, new islands, caves. Like that's what I'm getting. So maybe you were like some type of an explorer. Okay, so I don't know. I'm getting a lot of that. I keep seeing like the Atlantean Ocean. Okay, Atlantic Ocean, but Atlantean. Definitely Atlantis. Something about like the mermaids, and I'm seeing seahorses. Maybe seahorses are a spirit animal or something that you really love. Definitely like connection, like, you know, past lives in Atlantis. We do have the ocean here with the ship, right? Like the big ships, they were made for the ocean, for the sea, not for like a little lake or something, you know? Let's get one more. You're definitely a soul who's here to bring like truth, honor, spirit. Like you have like strong spiritual integrity, like really beautiful integrity. And you're here to like bring this to like the world, to humanity. The trees are coming out, a strong connection with the land, with the trees. You could have a connection with Green Tara, ascended master goddess, Green Tara, mother of Buddha, mother of all Buddhas. This also just speaks of past lives and ancestry. You come from really strong like ancestors, bloodlines, like your ancestors, you yourself in past lives too, like super strong warrior spirit, super strong. Like what I'm specifically seeing is like in past lives, and it's going to be different for everyone, but like other people, like it's like taking you prisoner, imprisoning you, torturing you, you know, doing things like that to try to get you to talk, to spill the beans about something, sacred wisdom or knowledge or teachings. It's like they wanted to get your information. They wanted to pull what was in your head out of your mind, you know? And you are someone who chose pain and death, and like basically like you can do whatever you want to me. I'm not gonna talk. And that's what I'm getting. And that's like who you are. Like who we've been in other lifetimes. It carries out in many different forms and ways through us in this lifetime. Like you're someone who like, it's like maybe a pet peeve or like one of your biggest like irks or whatever, like people who, you know, gaslight or, you know, aren't honest. Like you're someone who's very like, you have high morale and you're like all about like truth and honesty. And, you know, even if the truth hurts, like it's better that way than like, you know what I mean? Bottom of the deck is unrequited. Okay, so you have known, you and your lineage has known a lot of unrequited love. Like you've given a lot of love. You've had a lot of love taken, like, you know what I mean? Like it's felt like that. And then you've come from like, you know, generations of this where people like will just settle, you know, loveless marriages, people, you know, oh, we made vows. Oh, you know, it's divorce isn't allowed or whatever it is, you know? So you're like the curse breaker of unrequited love. Like, you know, it's like freeing your lineage of these chains of like, you know, disappointment, betrayal, sadness, like all the things. Okay. What I'm also getting is that you have a soul connection. For some of you guys, you have a very strong, deep, ancient soul bond with someone here. This person may have been triggered or they showed you unrequited. It's like they act one way, but they feel another. There's something about like, you know, a full circle moment. I'm very drawn to the circle around Mother Mary. It's full circle moment. That's what I'm getting. Like, it's like in this lifetime, things are meant to come full circle. Okay. Could also in past lives, what was I saying about writing sacred wisdoms, knowledge, teachings? You know, like this, there's many scrolls and documents and things that were like hidden and tucked away, or they were put into, you know, we would open a portal to a secret realm somewhere and we would hide sacred things there or this or whatever. Okay. But there's something about writing. Maybe you're an author or writing a book. Maybe you write a book someday in this lifetime about like maybe you do past life regression work like Dolores Cannon, etc., where you like document it. Maybe you write a book, you share your clients and your sessions and things like that. I don't know. That's what I'm getting to. It's like, I know hypnotherapy, like through hypnosis, like doing healing work through hypnosis. Writing poems. There could be something about poetry, writing music. I'm hearing a lyrical genius. So I'm talking to some of you guys, you have really powerful like musical gifts, whether it's singing or instrument or whatever. Something very important about in this lifetime though, you should be journaling or documenting, or maybe it's just like a part of your like soul mission and purpose of writing a book, doing this. Okay, that's what I've got. So I'm going to leave it here, you guys. I love you so much. If you guys want to connect with me one-on-one, you can find all of my different reading options and spiritual services in the description box below. Also pinned in the comments below is a video for our Sacred Magdalene retreat in the south of France this September. We are going for a week. We might be staying for 9 days, but, you know, not everyone has to. They can, you know, just stay the 7 days or whatever. But anyways, you guys, if you want to hear more about that, we do have some spaces available still. It's not till September the 20th or the 27th. I'm co-hosting with two beautiful souls who are in beloved divine union, Stellar and her beloved John. And, you know, they are soul familia and they are just absolutely incredible. And their teachings and Stellar's Sacred Magdalene teachings, because this is you know, this is for the priestesses and high priests of the Magdalene, Rose, Isis, and Hathor lineages. So anyways, if you want to hear more, you guys, and all the things more in detail and just, you know, watch the video, you can reach out to me in email and just let me know, you know, you want to book a spot. Okay. And they are really incredible with, payment plans, working with people. You know, we would never want someone to not do something that they're feeling soul called and soul led to do because of finances or money, right? So anyways, you guys, watch it, reach out, all the things. I love you. Okay, let's end this now for Gemini. King of Pentacles. In this incarnation, okay, so I think you've known a lot of wealth and stability in past lives. You've also known lifetimes where you've been very rich, right? Maybe a king or a lord or a queen or whatever, but very rich, very wealthy, very stable. there's a lot of extreme ancestral wealth and past life wealth. And what I'm getting here is it's coming into you now, or you're going to start seeing it. So basically things will start happening, blessings will come in, different, you know, where it's just, it's like money, it's just abundance. Okay. But you had to get to like a certain point in like your healing journey before this can happen. So also what I'm getting is there could be like a King of Pentacles energy, past life soulmate who showed you unrequited because they were, I don't know, but what I'm getting very stuck in their ways, very stubborn. And we have the Queen of Wands bottom of the deck. Yeah, royalty for sure. Royalty is in your blood. Lifetimes as royalty, etc. I think this is soulmates coming together. That's what I think. I think this is soulmates coming together after, you know, lifetimes apart. Thousands of years without, you know, yeah. You cannot make this up. You got the Death card, the Star card, and the Eight of Wands. Yeah. Something flying in fast. As above, so below. And your life is also speeding up too, Gemini. The Death card, it's a rebirth. I'm telling you, it has to do with past lives. Losing each other to death and disease and, you know, whatever it was, right? I feel like there was a death. It parted you. That was like the last time. The Star card. Wish fulfillment. Destiny. The stars aligning. Being a star seed. You know, all the things. But anyways, you guys, I'm going to leave it here. I love you. Look at, and then the Sun card. Oh my God. Total happiness. There's a lot of joy and a lot of bliss. A lot of celebration. And a lot of it has to do with the healing and the, you know, the things that you've like overcome and the battles and the initiations that you've like conquered and all the things like, you know, your destiny will align. You know, that's why I'm always talking about trust, have faith, because I know it's really hard to do at times when you feel like you are in the thick of it, when you feel like when it rains, it pours. Those are the moments that will make or break you. And if you let them make you instead of break you, you will see your golden glory. You will witness it. You will witness it. Okay? So I love you guys. Have a beautiful day. Thank you, my beautiful Geminis. Thank you for commenting, liking. Even if you just leave like a little heart, like emoji or something, like something simple in the comments, you guys, it does help the algorithm. So I appreciate that. And it's just like, you know, putting good karma out there for you too, I guess. So I love you guys. Have a beautiful day. I hope you enjoy this. Bye. And so it is.